is he did not even blink. He just was, oh, I got my phone, and I'm just going to go ahead and tweet. Oh, you want my wallet? Oh, okay, no problem. As a matter of fact, go ahead. You can go to grab it. While still tweeting, one hand, use, shift, move, throw, grab another guy while still tweeting. Yeah, I'm being attacked right now. Ha! Really? Really? And he didn't. And the whole time, it wasn't like he was striking them, but he was striking them. Now, that's amazing to me. That's amazing to me how that didn't make, like, you know, ABC, NBC, CBS, Fox. I don't get it.
You know what it is? I can't figure it out either. But you know what it is? The kids out there today. First of all, if you look at, I'm not talking that, you know, the guys who go, the young kids going to MMA, but the kids out there today, one, they don't like being told what to do. And by not being told what to do, they don't like to be corrected. So in other words, they may come in and they'll quit within a month or 2 months because their teacher's telling them what to do. You got to do this, and because how they were raised out in the street, that's a no-go with them. That's not going to happen. So they don't last in the martial arts, but they go out there and they roam in gangs and packs. You know what I'm saying? And they'll come up. You can be standing there at the bus, and, you know, there'll be 3, 4, 5 of them. They'll come up, bam, smack you inside the head, drop you. And they think, and they'll film it, and they'll think it's great. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, that proves nothing.
No, not at all. Well,
and they have and the thing is, though, they don't realize one day they're going to meet the wrong person, just like Gracie. They're going to meet the wrong person, and that person's going to tune him up like a fine car. You know what I'm saying? The only difference is your engine's going to be off. There's nothing going to be running when he tunes you up.
Well, again, a real fight. You know, he understands what it's like to be in a real fight. You understand what it's like to be in a real fight. Why? Because you train your fighters a different way.
Absolutely.
You know, it's the internal aspect of it, so that way they move without realizing it because they're feeling, and that's that internal. It's funny that it's that way, that you actually feel with your internal, not your external. Your external has nothing to do with it. It's funny how that works. But no one teaches and no one's telling that except for a select few, like yourself, like some of the other grandmasters who, you know, are actually doing it the old school traditional way. That's not highly profitable. You know, when we first spoke, one of the first things you said was, "Look, man, I'm not in this for the millions, man. I'm not in this to make millions of dollars. I'm in this to actually help promote a lifestyle. You know, you're in this to help promote change." And that speaks volumes to who you are, the lifestyle that you've led, and the life that you've led. Because, you know, we've also talked about this. You know, people are now being able to just go online and create documentation, and no one is really refuting it except for a few organizations that are out there, you know, that will actually say, hold on, let me run a background check on this guy and make sure that he's got his credentials, because we really can't have people out there talking. You know, it's not like everybody's doing it, but there is a select few groups that will actually, you know, hold people accountable and hold their feet to the fire.
Right, absolutely. You know, and they are out there. There are some good organizations. They will do that. You know what I'm saying? Just like in MMA, you got some good, solid ground MMA fighters. Then you have the other side of it, which is that there is no foundation. There is no knowledge. There is no – it's just go out there and brawl. And in the martial arts, it's the same thing. You know, I see 25-year-olds, 30-year-olds at a 10th dance. It's like, oh, my gosh. It's like, how the heck do you manage that one? You know? I won't even see I hold a 9th. I won't even see a 10th till I'm in my 60s. You know what I'm saying? And I believe that, you know, I'll have more to offer when I'm in my 60s than I do now. And I've been in the arts for a long time. And I know a lot of grandmasters who are good friends with the Gracies. And you know what I'm saying? So it's like I try to do the right thing because, not, you know, filet mignon, you don't just put it in the fire and turn up as high as you can, get it out in 20 seconds or less, like a Domino's pizza, you know what I'm saying? Because it's just not going to taste good. It's just not going to, I'm not going to pay for that kind of piece of meat. And I think that's where the martial arts is going. It's gone to a point that, everybody promotes everybody. I've had a lot of people come to me want rank, and I've turned them away because I say, okay, I need this from you, I need that, I need this, I need that, and they never call me back. You know what I'm saying? Because I just won't give it to them. I just don't believe in it. It's just, I guess, how I was raised, and I feel where the arts should be, and I want to go to sleep at night knowing that I've done the right thing.
Well, that's the key. You actually care, and you're willing to go through whatever you have to go through to keep it going, but not to water down, dilute it, or lose fact or faith in your craft. And it's not that others have lost faith in their craft. It's just a simple fact that, look, if you truly follow your passion, it will feed you. Now, the thing is, it will feed you. I didn't say it will have you in a 5-story mansion. I didn't say you'll be driving a Mercedes-Benz or a Ferrari. I said it will feed you. Now, if you look at it outside of it feeding and clothing you, basically helping sustain you, giving you the things that you need, you might not get what you want, but that's not why you should be in it. And people like yourself and a lot of the other grandmasters that I'll be interviewing, and even some of the not even grandmasters, but they've been in it for 30-plus years.
Right.
They're in it for the right reason. And, yeah, you know what? Yeah, I wrote a book. So what? But then again, you don't see that book on the bestseller list. Why? Because people don't want, for some strange reason, people don't like the truth. I don't get it. People don't want to hear about the actual factual of what's going on with themselves. And I kind of understand that because, there was a point in my life in which I said, well, whatever. I'm going to put that on the back burner. Well, guess what? The back burner got so big that it engulfed the whole stove, and me included. So guess what? I had to burn. I had to burn off the old me, and I had to be reborn. I had to realize that, you know what? It's not about me. I'm not here for me, because if I was here for me, I'd be alone. I wouldn't need anybody, talk to anybody. I'd be 100% self-sustained. Wouldn't need anything. So that lets you know we are interconnected. We are all interdependent upon each other. Now, that's a responsibility that not a lot of people in the grander scheme of population understand. A lot of people want to get it, and they want to get the information and the knowledge, and then they want to go somewhere and close themselves away, and they don't want to share that with everybody else. See, the thing is, I want everybody to know it. I want every man, woman, and child to know it, and if I could teach the animals, I teach them too.
You know what it is? It's that if you look, I see a lot of grandmasters. I see young grandmasters. I see grandmasters who give rank away. I hear about it all the time. And but no matter how you look at it, that's the reputation people will remember you by. That's what they'll say about you when you're not around. Oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? And then, so if your students have rank from you as a black belt or second degree, and the martial art as a whole in general say, oh, you got your rank from so-and-so. Oh, it's like, oh, all right. He's not like a second-degree black belt. He's probably like a brown belt, And then quality people out there who want to learn, you know what I'm saying, or who maybe want to come in, they want to enhance their fifth degree, fourth degree, whatever. They want to come in and enhance and learn yours and learn something well. They hear about you. You teach the real stuff. You're the real deal. They're going to come to you. They're going to seek you out.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's just it. That's just it. When you want to be the best, you want to be the best. And people who want to be the best seek out the best. They don't seek out, well, I want to fight in an organization that's going to pay me a whole bunch of money to call me the best, but I'm still not fighting the best fighters. Or I'm going to go to this tournament, and you know what? It's a prestigious tournament, but the who's who know that it's just all for show. They're not going to be here. That's just it. Something to where the best of the best can get together and just do it for the best of the best. Sports has just gotten diluted as a whole that way. And if it's not making money and people aren't seeing big dollar signs, nobody wants to be called the best. Who makes the best money is what they should call it. So that's what the belt should be called. Who makes the best money? Not who truly is the best. And go ahead.
It's hard. You have to put yourself out in the public. It's like I travel. I bring our system all over. And just like everybody else, I like my system. I think it works. I think it's a street system. It's all it's designed for. It's not designed for tournaments. If we had to, eliminate what we do to abide by tournament rules, we'd always lose at point fighting. But if you say, okay, you can do whatever you want to do, that point fighter can do whatever he wants to do. Okay, it's gonna be a mess because of what we teach. You know what I'm saying? It's all geared for survival. But if you have something to offer, then people are going to want you. And if that means you go and do seminars, or whether you do a book deal, or whether you endorsements, or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Yes, it may come. When, I don't know. But to have it come, you have to let people know what you got. You know what I'm saying? If you choose to stay as a karate school and just do that, that's fine too, because there's a lot of incredible martial arts that you never hear about. You never, ever hear about. Yep. They're talented. I mean, they're good. And if I had to have somebody, watch my back in a brawl, I'd want some of these guys watching my back because they could handle it. I could go get the soda in case he gets thirsty. But it's the truth. But you don't hear about it because this is how they choose to teach their art. You know what I'm saying? Very low key, very hidden, very just. I'm going to be the wallflower. This is all I want. I don't care. This is where I want to be, and that's okay. And then there's some that they want it, which I'm thankful that they make their system public because it helps the arts grow. Because without that, the arts would just be hidden, and it would never grow. The arts itself would never grow. But there's always a downside to it too.
Oh yeah, well, again, you have so many like yourself, but there's not enough people to soak up all the decades of knowledge that you had. Just you yourself. I mean, you just yourself with your students. You couldn't, I don't think, amass enough students to truly get out everything that you've got because it's constantly evolving with you.
Absolutely. I mean, I watch some grandmasters that are really good. I watch them and stuff like, wow, they're great. You know what I'm saying? And then I gain more knowledge. I gain something maybe I didn't know about. Maybe, so it's like, okay, yeah. And I add that in because that's knowledge that's useful out in the street, and that's what the art's about. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's a new Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu technique, whether it's a new internal way to train, whether it's a new something, you forever learn. It's when you think I'm a 10th dan, I'm this, I'm bad, and then you walk away. You'll never learn. You will never learn. How can you learn if your cup is still being poured out? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. You
can't.
Well, an old saying that I heard from, originally I'm from upstate New York, even though I live in California now. But a corner store I used to always go to, Asian gentleman in the corner store, Mr. Lee. Now, Mr. Lee would always, he would always say things, and very few of us little kids understood what he was saying then. We didn't get it. We really didn't get it. But he said something that stuck with me. And he's like, look, a master is a student who knows he will forever be a student.
Absolutely.
And it took me about 30 years after hearing that to actually have it really kick in. To where now I'm about to be 40, and I understand that, okay, Travis, you may be a master of yourself, but even that isn't true. Because I will forever be learning myself because I change every day. Every 7 years I have new taste buds, new skin, new everything. So,
right.
Forever changing. My energy is constantly rejuvenated and constantly flowing and constantly renewed. So I'm not the same. We're not the same. We constantly evolve. So it makes it really easy for people to be kind of bamboozled into the fact of like, well, gosh, I think I can stop here. You just, how do you stop evolution? You can't. But somehow we've got free will. So I guess there you go. We make the choice. Do we evolve and keep going with ourselves and our craft and our art and our lifestyle, or do we just get complacent in the simple fact of like, okay, I've learned a little something. Let's just stop. I don't get that. That boggles my mind.
everybody has different personalities. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have some that are meant to be leaders.